Hey guys, how are we going? It's been quite a long time since I put up a video, and I'm very sorry about that. Basically, what's happened is my laptop has just died, just completely and utterly died. I consider myself pretty tech literate. I fix this kind of crap a lot of the time, and I can do, to my knowledge, nothing about this. I don't know what the hell's gone wrong, but I think it got dropped like 6 months ago. It got dropped off a pretty high place. And I think it's finally caught up with it. It's been acting kind of weird since then, and it just shut itself down about 5 days ago. So I haven't really put up any videos because this is going to sound really silly, but alright, for one thing, I can't make the little like slides that I like to make sometimes to explain my point of view without just having the game screen overlay. I like to kind of talk about some stuff with some little graphics next to it. So I can't do that, but I also can't make any thumbnails, and I think they're really important to try and get you guys in with an interesting thumbnail, get you to click on the video in the first place. And does it sound weird that if I can't make thumbnails, it's like the video's not complete almost, and I feel kind of weird putting it up without a thumbnail? I have done that in the past a couple times if I'm like, have zero time to make one, but I've made over 100 videos now, and I think I've only skipped a few, so yeah, sorry about that guys, but what's really happened, the Union Cross stuff has happened. Obviously there's a pretty good opportunity to farm some Nova levels and get a pretty good medal with extra attack on it for the future. Oh god, sorry guys. Colosseum has ended, so I hope you guys all were able to get top 10,000. And new Colosseum has started with a skill that isn't quite so good, especially considering this avatar board that we're just about to have now. I really could not recommend this board strongly enough. I think it is a fantastic board. Bear in mind that it's going to be around for 11 days, and as of tomorrow, the shop will put a new banner into it, so don't go out and spend your medals jewels right away, because there could be another thing right around the corner that you want to waste them on instead. But basically, yeah, well, tomorrow morning at the usual time, we'll get a refresh and we'll get a brand new banner. God, I really would have liked to have one of these medals, but I can't afford to pull for anything right now, unfortunately. I wanted to talk about, the skills that are in this board and why I think this board is pretty much the best one that we're going to have for quite a long time. It's definitely the best one we've had in ages, and I cannot get over how good consistency is. Consistency is the really big thing in this game for me, that makes some quests possible. Alright, what is there to do in this game, okay? Story quests, what a joke. They're just bafflingly easy, so stupidly easy, there's no point. And the various ranked competitive challenges. So we've got the rankings at the end of the week and the big one at the end of the month. I'll talk about that one in a bit in relation to the Lux Plus skills, which aren't in this banner. We've got the Colosseum stuff, where obviously you want the most powerful skills possible, where attack boost 4 max. Pretty much every skill here is really good for Colosseum, extremely good. Complement that with second chance and a few more attack boost skills, whatever, you're pretty much good to go. Squeeze the absolute most you can out of your medals. What else we got? We've got Organization 13 events, where again consistency is so freaking important, and blocking all the damage that you can sometimes make the difference. Again, the Zexion event that we just had, we had extremely high level enemies dealing out huge hits to us, like multiple hits. So the better chance to have actually defense boost skill activate, the better. What else? And yeah, obviously attack boost 3 max, special attack gauge 1, extremely good skill. Like more and more medals are coming out with higher and higher costs, and there's going to be a set of 3 new Keyblades coming out over the next 6 months, I guess, that are going to feature drastically reduced amounts of SP, like total SP in the Keyblade. So you're really going to want to have skills like this stocked up on now. Okay, I talked about consistent damage there, and I really want to go over that. Again, I would love to be able to cut right now to one of my little pre-made slides, but I unfortunately can't do that because, again, no laptop. Okay, I'll try to stay on the game screen as long as I possibly can before cutting over then. Alright, attack boost 4 max. Obviously you can throw that on any, low or high SP cost medal and deal the most amount of damage available in the game right now. Attack boost 5 exists in Japan, but right now Attack Boost 4 Max is pretty much where it's at. And in terms of consistent damage, Attack Boost 4 Max will consistently out-damage an Attack Boost 5 Metal. Now, if you're talking about like a high score challenge where you're going to repeat the same thing over and over and over again, you could potentially have the perfect run where you need Attack Boost 5 to hit every single enemy in the stage, and you could end up having that happen. You know, you could have an Attack Boost 5 that hits every enemy in the stage, or even just the important ones, but it just takes so long to run each level over and over and over and over again. And basically, if you need this clutch skill to activate, you know, you've had the perfect run, every single enemy has fallen just the way it needs to, and then you really, really need Attack Boost 4 or 5, whatever, to activate on this final enemy, and it doesn't, and the entire run is ruined because of that. It's like, there's nothing more annoying in this game than just having crap like ruin an entire run. So, for me at least, consistency is so important, so very important. Had a complete blank then. Okay, so what skills could be better than what are currently in this board? Okay, so again, for my money, even if we got Attack Boost 5, which won't happen for months, even if we got Attack Boost 5, I'd still rather Attack Boost 4 Max, to be perfectly honest. I can show you, in terms of average damage, why, in terms of pure averages, Attack Boost 5 is worse than Attack Boost 4 Max. I will show you that in a little bit, actually. Defense Boost 4, again, is the best defense boost skill that we have right now. There's going to be a skill coming out called Defense Boost 2 Max, which, as it sounds like, every single time you take a hit, will block 66.6% of the damage. In terms of pure averages, that is better than Defense Boost 4 as well. I can show you guys a little chart that I've made, but basically, in terms of pure averages, Defense Boost 4 blocks 42.3% of the damage. So basically, if it's activating 39% of the time with the skill perk of plus 24, which is the current max, and when it does activate, it blocks 7/8 or 87.5% of the damage that we take. I've got this all written down. On average, it will block 42.3% of the damage, but if you have a medal that every single time will block 66% of the damage, then in terms of pure averages, it's a better skill than that. So if we eventually do get Defense Boost 2 Max, in terms of averages, it will be better. However, sometimes you literally just need to shrug off as much damage as you possibly can. If you have an enemy that deals 10,000 damage with a hit, right, and we can block, that's a bad example maybe, but okay, let's say we have 6,000 HP, right, as a character. We have roughly 6,000 HP. Okay, yeah, if an enemy was to do 10,000 damage, and you were able to block, okay, let's say they deal 15,000 damage, and you were able to block 66% of that with Defense Boost 2 Max, that still wouldn't be enough to save you, but if you're able to block, you know, 87.5% of the damage, that might just be enough to save you, without having to use Second Chance, whatever. I think that Defense Boost 4 is a really incredible skill, and in a lot of these challenges, you could repeat them over and over again, until you eventually get the perfect run. So in some cases, I think this is going to be a better skill than Defense Boost 2 Max, but it's going to be good to have them both depending on which situation you want. Attack Boost 3 Max and Special Attack Gauge 1, again, it can make some medals that are completely unusable, very, very usable. I don't think I'd ever use Sykes B if it weren't for the fact that, you know, that 5 cost is such a killer, and again, especially in the Keyblades coming up, you know, you've got Dark Gnaw and Midnight Flare or something, whatever it's called, and Diamond Dust coming out with teensy tiny little actual SP totals. The more they have these skills, the merrier. Honestly, bring them on. Okay, so what could be better than this? Attack Boost 4 Max and Lux Plus. That isn't going to be coming out for a while, because obviously we've only just had Attack Boost 4 plus Lux Plus going into the Colosseum. So that's going to be a whole month till we even get those, and then from that point on, they can introduce the base Attack Boost 4 Attack Boost 4 and Lux Plus into the avatar boards, and then put the Max version in afterwards. So we're still a while away from an Attack Boost 4 Max and Lux Plus, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Have you noticed I haven't put like an SP plus skill in the game in quite a while? because they put Engage Restore medals instead. Engage Restore medals completely invalidate SP Restoring medals. They just, the chance of that activating to give you 1 or 2 gauges back is completely blown away when you have Illustrated KH2 Kyrie in your deck, just able to restore 10, potentially 20 gauges if you get extra attack on it. So they're not going to be, I could be wrong, but I feel like we've definitely passed the need for SP Restoring medals. So I doubt those are going to be in the game. What else could be better? Yeah, for me, the only boards I typically buy are ones that have like those max skills in them. So you can see the last board that I bought was this King of Hearts one, mainly because of the Second Chance 2 was the big thing, and I also got an Attack Boost 3 max and Special Attack H1. It came with an Attack Boost 4, and I didn't even bother claiming it because I just really didn't have a use for it. I just hate inconsistent medals. I really, really do despise them, to be honest, because I just love consistency too much, and I feel like I'm only ever going to have a non-consistent skill on a medal temporarily, and I usually just end up justifying going without it until I actually need it. Like, again, Attack Boost 3 and Lux Plus, I think I've got that on one of my medals, that hardly ever gets used just because it's not consistent enough, and in terms of just the sheer damage output, I can't rely on it as a damaging medal because it's not consistent enough. I've actually done the I've done the KHUx on the amount of damage output the medals like that have. So I think I'll buy potentially one, if not both of these boards. I never do that. I never buy both boards. I think this is worth it in this case. I really do. The last time I bought both boards was Aqua and Terra together, and that was only because of the costume for once. I think it had Attack Boost 3. Yeah, Attack Boost 3 max. And what else? Attack Boost 2 and Lux Plus. But yeah, at the time, Attack Boost 3 max was the hotness, and pretty much because of the avatars themselves was the last time I bought both boards, but I think this is a case where I can definitely see me doing it. Again, I'm not going to do it until we see what's coming out. Basically tomorrow in terms of the new banner, it could be worth pulling on, but again, I'm pretty much down to 0 jewels. Speaking of which, I've been waiting forever to actually redeem these. I've had a whole month's worth of jewels sitting in my present box that I haven't claimed, basically because I don't want you guys to think, oh, he bought VIP again or something like that. I've just basically been hoarding jewels from Union Cross and Proud Mode. I'm completely done on Proud Mode now. I've only got five quests left where I haven't done 100% of the objectives, but I'm like 99% done with the story. The Gauntlet Challenge this week, as well as the challenge from last week as well. Basically, I'm up to a decent amount of jewels again, and I've got a month's worth of jewels to redeem here, so I'm going to try and go ahead and do that if my battery actually lasts. One sec. Alright, so let's basically have a month worth of jewels and crap to collect here, which is going to be nice. I think I just hit 400 days worth of gameplay yesterday. Yep, I did. That's nice. So I've gone from just shy of 5k back up to... Let's find out. Cool, 8,700 already, sweet. I'm back in this, boys. Which means I can probably afford to buy them both. I'll be back down to 3.7 thousand, but we'll have new story mode coming out pretty soon, which will give me what? Is it 750 for story mode, or is that Proud Mode? Whatever it is, probably. I think it's 750 if we only get 15 new quests. And then there'll be new Union Cross pretty soon, another little couple hundred there, which will be nice. Organization 13 event in 10 days, coming up pretty soon, very good. Yeah, I think this is definitely worth it, because these are the best skill boards we've definitely had in a while. Again, I really can't think of anything better than this that we possibly could have. I mean, unless we had like Attack Boost 4 max and Special Attack Gauge 1 or 2. But even then, Attack Boost 3 max is nothing to scoff at. It's still an incredibly powerful skill. I mentioned briefly the damage output from a Lux Plus medal and how, basically, let's say Attack Boost 3 max and Lux Plus will consistently out-damage an Attack Boost 4 Lux Plus medal. So I'm actually not that overwhelmed by the current Colosseum skills, just because, again, they're not that, like in terms of consistent damage, Attack Boost 3 and Lux Plus blows it away. Here, let me show you. This is something I really would have liked to have had again my laptop for to make up a little quick diagram for you guys, but unfortunately you have to bear with me because I've drawn it out on a piece of paper. It's going to look disgusting and my face may not be on the thing, but I know to some of you guys that may be a relief. Anyway, I'm going to talk about that real quick and then I'll leave you guys alone, but I just wanted to put out a video, make sure you know I'm still alive, still thinking about you guys, and yeah, good luck with, hopefully we get something cool coming out tomorrow. It's probably going to be Wisdom Form Sora, if I had to guess, because they've already kind of spilled the beans on that. Yeah, will we get a high score challenge so soon, or will they wait till the next round of VIP? Hopefully not, because that sucks. That puts it pretty much out of the contention for free-to-play players, but anyway. Yeah, I'll see you guys over on my photo thing. Okay, so here it is in all its ugly, disgusting glory. I'm really sorry about the quality of this, guys, but it's the best I can do until I get back home or get a new laptop. Okay, so all I really wanted to say here is if you haven't watched my video that I put out forever ago called, it was like Advice for New Players, the perk system or something, which did okay for the time. It got like, about 1,000 views maybe, but my channel's grown considerably since then, so if you missed it, go and check it out. Basically, I talk about the effect the perk system has on the skill activation rates. So I've got, just for completion's sake, I basically wrote out all the defense boosts because I wanted to talk about defense boosts 3 and 4 in terms of their average defense blocking capability, basically. So like I mentioned before, defense boost 2 max is going to be coming out, which, if it follows defense boost 2, will every single time block 66.6% of the damage that you take. In terms of pure averages, that means that on average, meaning 100% of the time is its average, you'll be blocking 66.6% of the enemy's damage. In terms of the current averages we have right now, I basically did some really quick math. For the current skill perk maximums that we have, I believe plus 24 is the absolute max that a male or female avatar can have in terms of the skill perk. I'm currently sitting on plus 21, and a lot of you guys will be as well, unless you are at the absolute peak. So for the default activation for Defense Boost 3 and 4, which activates 39% of the time, with plus 21 skill perk, it's going to activate 47.2% of the time. At plus 24, it's going to activate 48.4% of the time. I hope you guys can read that. I hope it's not too disgusting on your screens. Sorry if it is. Basically, that translates into an average defense blocking of 38.8% of the damage being blocked for Defense Boost 3, 42% of the damage being blocked for Defense Boost 4. Now, that's like averages over time, and with Defense Boost, it's almost not relevant. It's a bit of a funny stat, but just just for comparison's sake, I thought it was interesting to note that there's going to be a huge increase in the average damage blocking for Defense Boost 2 max, but obviously if you have a perfect run where you're facing really, really powerful enemies that are going to do extreme amounts of damage to you, that even if Defense Boost 2 activates, it's still going to kill you, and you really, really need Defense Boost 3 or 4 to kick in. Obviously, Defense Boost 3 or 4 will be superior in that regard, but there are potential times where you may just be taking a crap load of hits and you just need to consistently survive, in which case Defense Boost 2 max may be the better option for you. But where we are right now, Defense Boost 3 and 4 are going to activate almost half the time, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool in its own right, so that's pretty cool. I put down Second Chance 2 just in case, Second Chance and Second Chance 2 just in case you guys missed that from my previous video. But basically where we're at right now, Second Chance 2 will activate 83.5 to 85.6% of the time. That's unreal. That's pretty much guaranteed every single turn, almost. Okay, now what I actually wanted to talk about. Okay, so in terms of, alright, average damage matters in terms of rating medals, right? Because you're not doing one run until you get the perfect run over and over again. You're doing basically a week's worth of runs over and over and over and over and over again, and they all count and they all go towards this grand total, right? So you need to find out what the best average Lux farming you're going to be able to do is, okay? So this is down the bottom here. I basically listed Attack Boost 3, Lux Plus, and then the Max version, Attack Boost 4 Lux, and then the Max version, and then Attack Boost 5 plus Lux, which I don't even think exists yet. I know Attack Boost 5 exists in the Japanese version, but I'm not sure if Attack Boost 5 and Lux Plus exists yet. I didn't actually look too closely. Anyway, Same again, you've got the default activation rate without any SP perk skills. What am I saying? Perk skills plus 0, and then plus 21, and then plus 24. Okay, so then I put on the right hand side, which is kind of again not super relevant, but just in terms of like damage output, I put the average amount of damage that the skill will do, that the skill will give that particular medal, right? So what I basically said is if a max skill is going to give, okay, let's say attack boost 3 max right there. Every single time it goes off, it's going to deal 1.6 times the medal's default amount of damage, and also going to give you additional lux as well, right? Attack boost 4 max, when it activates, will activate with 1.8 times the amount of damage and also that additional lux factor as well. However, that's only going to activate at the absolute max 67.1% of the time. Meaning, if you take 67.1%, the remainder of that, which is what, 22.9%, is not going to have any benefit whatsoever. It's not going to have any damage boost. It's not going to have any additional lux boost. So basically, in terms of averages, the average damage it will do is 1.536 additional damage, and you'll also get that extra lux, but only when the skill activates. So only 67.1% of the time will you get that additional amount of lux activating. So just in terms of damage, it's actually a lower damage output medal than its lower grade counterpart, if that makes sense. So again, in terms of pure damage output, attack boost 4 plus lux, just the regular version, is a lower damage output medal and lower lux gatherer overall than attack boost 3 max and lux plus. I hope I made that pretty clear. Interestingly enough, the hypothetical attack boost 5 and lux plus is only a little bit better than attack boost 3 max and lux plus. Yeah, you can see the multiplier down there being 1.671. Again, that's just in terms of pure damage output. Again, like raid bosses don't have really high defenses or anything, so it's not like you have this damage barrier to overcome. It's literally just pure damage output. So, yeah, attack boost 5 and lux plus is actually superior to attack boost 3 and attack boost 3 max and lux plus. God, I hate saying these stupid names. It gets me all tied up. But only just. So if you are seeing avatar boards around with AB3 max and lux plus, they're worth hanging on to because they're going to stay relevant for quite a long time. If we do start to get attack boost 4 max and lux plus, they are going to be extremely desirable, powerful raid medals. Extremely. And are going to stay, honestly, better than the hypothetical attack boost 5 and lux plus medals, should they ever come out. I actually did some really quick math on the skill perk that you would need to have that higher damage output be higher than the lower tier. So basically, if you want attack boost 4 and lux plus to be a better damage medal than attack boost 3 max and lux plus on average, you need, where our current skill is is a plus 24, you need basically plus 39, which is what like skill perk plus 10 on like 4 pieces or whatever, you did the math, but yeah, you need plus 39. If you want attack boost 5 plus lux to be better than attack boost 4 max and lux plus, you need a skill perk of plus 48 to have a higher on average damage medal. Crazy. So what I'm saying is the max versions, in terms of the pure damage output and lux gathering potential, far superior to their higher grade equivalent. That's pretty much all I had to say about that, to be honest. Like, as cool as they look, like, again, Colosseum's going to have the the base version in it this month. It's going to be the new hotness, but honestly, it isn't, for my money, it isn't as good as the, attack boost 3 max and lux plus. So again, I've said that to death. I don't want to keep you on this stupid screen any longer, so thank you guys. I am still alive. Very good to talk to you again. So yeah, this is where I've been, basically. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. Am I crazy? Are you going to pick up these avatar boards? Again, I'm definitely going to pick up at least 1, probably 2, but again, let's find out what else is coming in the week first. Alright guys, good to talk to you again. All the best. Bye.